again. Come again, and human trafficking. And human trafficking. Come again, and human trafficking. And human trafficking. She gon' get Miranda right from me. She gon' end.
Good day, everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday. We are going to open with Matthew 22, verse 14. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he saith unto him, Friend, how comes thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of the teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. Then went the Pharisees, and took counsel, how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent out unto them there. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? So now if we look back and we reflect on verse 14, many are called, but few are chosen. In today's gospel reading, Jesus tackled what the kingdom is all about. And that's when he invites the response, and that it may be either a yes or no. And each one of us is free to respond to the invitation, or we can ignore it for lack of interest. But with that said, I wanted to mention the following articles. Gun laws. Law allowing Texans to carry handguns without permits stirs fear, concern among law enforcement. But look at the dates. Look, I highlighted these for a reason. That one was August 16th, 2021. Now let's look at the next article. It reads, now keep in mind, August 16th, 2021, new Texas law allowing people to carry handguns without permits stirs mixed of fear, concern among law enforcement. Starting September 1st, most Texans will be able to carry handguns in public without going through training or having to get permits. Law enforcement officers worry that could make their jobs more dangerous. Could this be the prelim to defunding? Or could this be the prelim that they're going to be the test subjects to see what happens when guns aren't restricted and they aren't permitted and anybody has one? Now, I know Wikipedia is not a trusted source. This is just something that came up. I'm using this for the sake of the events. Hold on. Okay, again, Texas has no laws regarding possession of any firearm, regardless of age. All existing restrictions in state law, minor federal law, except for the prohibition of zip guns. A person of any age may possess a firearm, such as at a firing range. Look at the date, August 17th, 2021. What the world is saying about America's withdrawal from Afghanistan. Boom, shoving that Afghanistan stuff down your throat. For what? Wait for the agenda, the psychological. As mentioned in my previous video, what are the tactics? The tactics part A lead into a B, a new event, to then fulfill C. Let's read this article here. It says, a new state law will soon let most Texans carry handguns in public without going through training or having to get permits. Governor Greg Abbott landed the so-called constitutional carry legislation and other firearm bills when he signed them into law. You could say that I signed into law today some laws that protect gun rights, Abbott said at the bill signing in June. But today I signed documents that instilled freedom in the Lone Star State. But some Texas law enforcement officers fear that removing restrictions to carry handguns could increase crime rate while putting officers and residents in danger. Wait for it, the dates. So if you look at the dates, you have the law being passed into Lone Star State that nobody needs a carry permit to conceal or to have weapons. Then we go into, the troops the U.S. troops being pulled out of Afghanistan, okay? Followed by, previously there was a crypto coin hack. Here it comes. But what is the bigger picture here? So you see here, victim of 600 million crypto heist asks hacker to become chief secretary advisor. Okay, so then that shows a little bit of that yin and yang, them taking on the ally to bring them to kind of, what is the protocol? Miranda's protocol says, look to thy neighbor, look to the next door nations. What's going on in their continent? What is briefly here going to sum up, but if you reference my older video, I had stated how whenever you look to the other nations and they're going through some grievance and problems, Similarly, it's like contraction. Mother Earth is having contractions. For what? For phase 2, the delivery of phase 2. That, be on the lookout for phase 2 video. Allow us to close in scripture. Many are called, few are chosen. Matthew chapter 13, verse 14. Matthew chapter 13, verse 14. And now in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, and in them is fulfilled by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand. By hearing ye shall see, and shall not understand. Shall not perceive. And seeing, think hard about that verse and the visions I sent. Shawty wanna find the things in life, wanna dine in the daytime, wanna dine in the nighttime. Wanna dine in the daytime, want to finalize in the daytime.
She ain't tryna leave, she don't wanna go home. She be on another zone. Bad little shawty, but she keep it on the low. Ain't nobody gotta know. Shawty come alive.